Join Alex Scott in Ipswich.
The FA Challenge Cup, everyone wants to win.
Crazy gang have beaten the Culture Club. Gerrard! Oh yes! The story of the FA Cup continues.
There's a red scarlet knight over Wembley.
He saved it and made history. What a goal! Right for the scorer. It's Didier Drogba. Cantona! One of the great cut shots of all time. Fantastic run. And the shot result is on.
This is the moment of joy that all professional footballers hope for.
A moment of treasure. Manchester City, FA Cup winners.
Starting route to Ipswich town. Drive 65 miles, arrive Stenning. Drive 65 miles, arrive Winchester City. Continue 130 miles.
You're listening to BBC Radio Devon Sport.
Arrive Torquay United.
He's one on the edge of the box. The shot comes in safe, but it's tapped back in. Torquay nil, Maidstone 2.
Turn right. Drive 213 miles. Arrive Chesham United.
Heartbreak for Chesham, ending Chesham United 0, Maidstone United 2.
Maidstone United, they will host Barrow.
Sam Corn, he scored! Oh, what a goal for Bibish Gavone! Maidstone have won the game!
Travelling to Maidstone, number 59 Stevenage.
It's Corn! The biggest result in Maidstone's history. They're into the fourth round of the FA Cup.
Number 11 Ipswich Town.
Arrive Portman Road.
Maidstone United are the lowest ranked team left in this season's FA Cup. They've made the journey to round 4 for the first time in their history. Will this be their final destination, or can they go one step further today? Welcome to live FA Cup football on the BBC. We are here at Portman Road for Ipswich Town in the Championship against non-league Maidstone. Ipswich currently second in the Championship and dreaming of the Premier League following promotion from League One last season. That means plenty of Premier League clubs are eyeing their young manager Kieran McKenna. Maidstone are 98 places below them in the National League South. They managed to knock out League Two Barrow and League One Stevenage to make it here today. Could a cup upset be on the cards? Well, welcome back. If you were with us for Football Focus earlier this morning, Glenn Murray, Aaron McLean still here, didn't even manage in that break to get a warm cup of tea. Don't worry, we'll get one to you after. This is going to be a huge game today, obviously, for Maidstone. Can we see a giant killing here today, Glenn? What do you think?
Do you know what? If it was back at home on the plastic pitch, then I think the odds would have heightened. It's going to be really difficult. Coming to Ipswich, who are flying high in the Championship, at their home ground, which is pristine as always, I do feel as though the task is going to be huge for Maidstone this afternoon.
But just look there, Aaron. George Elokobi, the Maidstone manager. He's full of emotion. The fans love him. What should we be thinking? What's your mindset as a player coming into this one?
Well, this is one for Maidstone. Listen, they're not expected to win, so it's a free hit. You can literally come here, enjoy yourself, and just give everything. You know, they're not expected to come out here and blow Ipswich away, but they've managed to get here, so they can take the confidence from that. The amazing history that they've made for the club, and now go and enjoy it. Go and give the best account that you can of yourself, and go and give these fans that have travelled, 4,600 of them, go and give them something to cheer about.
Yeah, the fans really looking forward to this one. Let's bring you some team news, actually, because there's been a lot of changes. Ipswich make 10 changes from their last game, with only George Edmondson keeping his place. Captain Sam Morsey returns from suspension, and on loan, Brighton winger Jeremy Sarmiento plays after scoring against Leicester on Monday night. Maidstone have picked 9 of the 11 players who began their third round win. There is a first start for striker Manny Duku, who only joined on Tuesday. What a day it will be for him. Sarah Mulkerrins has been talking to the managers ahead of this one.
How do you manage the favourites tag when people are so adamant that you will go through? Is there any complacency that creeps in, or how do you counter that?
No, look, I think being humble and working extremely hard are really core values for us, and we emphasise those messages every week. And today is no different. We've prepared the game as professionally as we possibly could do or would do for any of our opposition, and we look to go and impose our game as we always do. And we'll for sure know that in the FA Cup, if you lower your guard, if there's any complacency, then you leave yourself open. So we're going to work really hard to avoid that today.
A lot of changes from the league team on Monday night for you. How are you finding fitting the cup as well as this promotion push from the Championship?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really useful for us, to be honest. And we had the same last year. We progressed, pretty well in the competition, and we want to do the same this year. It keeps the squad involved. This gives a chance to share the minutes around the squad and keeps everyone at full fitness and full motivation as well. So we want to go as deep as we possibly can in the competition.
George, it must have been some build-up to this match for yourself, for the team, for the town, the club. How do you now use that today for this match?
Also, firstly, to say thank you to Ipswich for such warm hospitality first. For us, Maidstone as a whole, our community, our football club, our players, their families, myself, it's an incredible, amazing occasion for us today. We know we've come to a place where it's a very, very difficult place. Kieran is doing a fantastic job here at Ipswich, very impressive. They're flying high in the Championship. So we know today is history for us, for our football club. We have to make sure we enjoy the occasion first. And then whatever the outcome at the end of the game, we'll take that with us.
Well, those Maidstone fans have seen their team knock out a team from League 2, League 1, and they're dreaming they can do it here today. Look, we haven't got long in this build-up, so let's get straight to some of the players, Aaron, that we need to be looking at, because Maidstone United have a little star in Sam Paul. Tell us about his qualities.
Well, listen, first of all, he's cool and calm under pressure, but technically he's the player that they need to play well today. He's very nice on the ball. He'll look to be able to create things, link things. His set pieces are excellent. And when he gets an opportunity in front of goal, he has the composure to be able to dispatch it. He's scored some important goals in this run so far, created some big opportunities for Maidstone, and they're going to need him to be on his game again today if they're going to get anything out of this game.
Yeah, I mean, for me, he's the maverick of the football club. He's the one that they look to for big moments. And again, today, he'll want to shine on this stage. He'll want to progress his career. And these are the type of places you do that.
How excited are you as a player to, like you said, in a game like this, a moment like this, and that pressure's on you there?
Oh, this is what it's all about. Coming to big stadiums, full houses, in the FA Cup, with a chance to progress. And like I say, big clubs will be watching. He'll want to progress his career, and if he can do it on this stage, then that just sends a signal out to everyone. And don't forget, Alex, it's January.
Just in case, thanks for that, Glenn. Okay, well then tell us then, in terms of the Ipswich team, we've been seeing them progressing at the moment as they're trying for promotion for the Premier League. Tell us about Broadhead and his qualities and why he is a main player for them.
Oh, listen, he's a massive player for them. I think you've got to take into consideration he's an international footballer for Wales. He's scored already for them last season. He's playing up top on his own today, only 25 years old, but he's a really good all-round front player. He's comfortable with the ball at his feet. He's a really good finisher in and around the box, whether it's with his feet, with his head. Here we see it's a brilliant little move to get around the defender. Ball just gets caught under his feet a little bit. He'll probably be disappointed with that finish, because that is a really good opportunity. But you know what? He doesn't let that put him off. He keeps going, goes again. And this is really, really good football player. I mean, the way he gets away from these two defenders, just going to see it again here. This little touch, a little Cruyff in here, shows that he's capable of digging it out with his left foot as well as his right foot. And then this right off the training field, doesn't quite get the purchase on it he would like, but ends up in the back of that. Listen, he's never scored in the FA Cup, so as a player that'll be something that he will want to do. Want to tick that box this afternoon.
Aaron, actually, were you surprised with the amount of changes today from Ipswich?
I was slightly, and I think Maidstone will look to use that to their advantage. Listen, Elakobi will be saying to his players, they've probably disrespected us a little bit in changing so many. Whether or not that's true or not, I doubt it is. But he'll be using every little inch that he can to help motivate his players. But I think once they walk out on that pitch, they won't need any more motivation.
Yeah. Do you think disrespect, Glenn?
No, I think Kieran McKenna is keeping squad harmony. They're on a title charge as well, and he wants to keep everyone on board at the football club, and it gives players an opportunity and keeps them interested.
Do you think, though, as a player, when you were playing, if you had a game a week apart, did you not want to keep that momentum and keep playing? I'd be like, sorry, boss, I don't want to rest.
If I'd scored last week, I'd be banging his door down. Why am I not playing today? As I got older, I'd probably like, thanks for the rest. But no, there is that way of looking at it. But I think it's important that he does keep everyone on board and keeps giving people chances.
Yeah, what do you think George Elokobi will be saying? We know he's an emotional manager. What's he going to be saying to his players ahead of this one?
He's just going to want to make sure that they don't waste this opportunity. They don't come out here and get overawed by the crowd, by the occasion. They would have had loads of press all week building up to this game. Now just concentrate on the job in hand. 11 against 11. Go and represent yourself and your families in the best light that you can. Yeah. And I'm sure they'll come out here, they'll do that, and we can expect a great game.
How would he be reacting to the support that he has here today?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. You know, he's so humble. You know, George has played at the highest level in the Premier League, you know, but he doesn't want to take any of the credit. He wants to make sure that these players take all the credit and they go out and give the best response they can. And he's been an amazing addition to this football club.
Okay, well, the atmosphere here at Portman Road has been building from early this morning. The teams are in the tunnel. It is Ipswich Town versus Maidstone United for a place in the FA Cup 5th round. Commentators, are you ready? Sorry, Guy Mowbray, I just had to do that one. You've got Martin Keown alongside you today.
Thanks, Alex. I had a feeling you were going to go there. And I had my own gladiator alongside me, Reducer, also known as Martin Keown, 3 times FA Cup winner. And Martin, the spirit of gladiators, well, that's what Maidstone United have got to be today.
Exactly, these Maidstone players. I mean, a lot of them have been attached with bigger clubs in their careers, but this is their biggest day of their career. So let's see if it's a good one. Surely not. Ipswich going really well, aren't they, in the Championship right now?
Well, around 4,500 Maidstone fans believe, and that's what this competition brings. They start as equals. The team 4th in National League South against a side that is 2nd in the Championship and pushing from the Premier League. But now here they go on a level footing, at least from the start, as the FA Cup gets down to the final 32 teams in the greatest competition of all. And fair play to the Ipswich supporters as well. They might have bigger fish to fry, so to speak, this season, but they have turned out. They're feeling the fever as well, and they're keen to see their side progress through to the 5th round for what would be only the 2nd time in their last 28 seasons. Let's take a look at the lineups then. For Ipswich, it's almost all change. Only centre-back George Edmondson stays in from the side that started at Leicester last Monday. Sam Morty comes back into midfield following a 2-match Football League ban. There's a first start for the club for Monday's late scorer, Jeremy Sarmiento, on loan from Brighton. And the main striking role today looks to have gone to Nathan Broadhead, who's only scored once in his last 10 appearances. The Maidstone team is only too different from that which kicked off their 3rd round win over Stevenage. Paul Appiah, loaned from Leicester, takes over from Rhys Greenwich at the back. And with striker Wanjao Smith out injured, Manny Duku leads the attack. He was only signed and came on as a sub on Tuesday against Braintree. He's only just returned to the UK after a spell in Gibraltar, playing for Manchester 62. He was released by York City last summer. Shades perhaps of Roy Essendon, Wickham's last gasp hero at Leicester back in 2001. Premier League pedigree, perhaps it's dotted all around the Ipswich side, but Jeremy Sarmiento will certainly hope for a top-flight career. He's on loan from Brighton, having played for West Bromwich Albion in the first half of the season. And look at his experience. Just over a year ago, he was playing for Ecuador at the World Cup. And there is Maidstone striker Manny Duku, who came on as a substitute on Tuesday. He's been absolutely full of it this week, really enjoying being in the spotlight. He's a big character, he's a big striker, and he might well be a handful. for the Ipswich defence. And we have a big name from the Premier League in charge as well. Double FA Cup final referee Anthony Taylor has been given the job of keeping control of this one. George Elokobi. Love his enthusiasm. Saying this week about the prospect of facing a team so talented as Ipswich. They're going to be Premier League in the next few months. What's not to love about competing against them? Everything he says, if he transmit that to his players, they will give this a proper go, Martin.
Oh, I don't think there's going to be any shortage of motivation, isn't there, from this Maidstone team? Incredible opportunity for them. Somehow, though, I think Ipswich would just have just a little bit too much, despite the fact they've made 10 changes from their last league game, so that's quite a gamble, but McKenna has obviously got a lot of faith in his squad.
We just heard from Aaron saying, and Glenn saying how surprised they were by that. Are you surprised by so many changes?
I was. I'm interested to see what sort of rhythm they can pick up, and we'll see a little bit about how good he is really as a coach.
It's Ipswich Town who get the action underway. First kick of the ball for the experienced striker Sonny Oluko, who's very much just a squad player at Ipswich these days, 34 years old. He will be up towards the top end supporting Nathan Broadhead. Straight away he's on the move. Headed away by Appiah. Here's George Fowler back at Ipswich. This is where he started his career, played once in the League Cup away to Crystal Palace. Big afternoon for him, as it is for all those in the yellow and black Maidstone kit.
Definitely, and you want an early touch, don't you, of the ball? A couple of nice touches a bit early, just to maybe give yourself that belief that you belong at this level.
Axel Twanzebe. Horsey on to Dominic Ball.
Thought maybe Ball might play as a centre half, but Twanzebe is playing in the middle for Ipswich.
Twanzebe, formerly of Manchester United, Aston Villa and Napoli. Scored in the third round at AFC Wimbledon. 3-1 win for Ipswich there. Ipswich, a club those of us who are old enough associate with a good cup history because of 1978, Sir Bobby Robson's winning side. But their record recently has been pretty rotten. Last season was their first time at this stage, the fourth round, for 13 seasons. One thing you will see about Ipswich Town, if you haven't seen too much of them this season, they are all very good on the ball. Hutchinson delivers, kept in, and it was blocked. Goes behind off Broadhead for a goal kick. Fowler with the block. First chance for the championship pace setters.
It was, and it's Hutchinson coming onto that left foot. It's a really teasing cross, and it's hit back across the goal, and that's really good defending at the far post. I think it's Fowler who gets a touch in there. Really good defending, good anticipation. Maybe that's a little let-off, a warning for them.
And he's one of the coaches who is being watched very, very carefully by all those in the division above. Kieran McKenna's aim, though, is to get Ipswich there himself.
Well, he's such a young manager, isn't he? We heard the guys talking before. He came out of the game from Spurs with an injury. He's been coaching now for many, many years, so he's learning and he's doing an exceptional job here.
Assistant at Manchester United under Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Really good reputation that's building all the time. Broadhead gets it down. Wouldn't quite sit for Taylor. Luco gets it out to Hutchinson. Maidstone have a wall of yellow, and they were all in just the right places to get the ball away for now, but it doesn't look as though it'll stay away for very long.
No, they've got this shape, haven't they now? Maidstone just sitting on the edge of their own box almost. As you said, it's just going to be about, can they be broken down? Can they stay resolute, strong? And can they get anything on the break?
Hutchinson again. Back with ball. Horsey is the midfield metronome.
He is. He's the one. He can spray balls as well. He just keeps everything moving for them. 1 touch, 2 touch.
Broadhead has a look at the position of the goalkeeper, Lucas. He wasn't able to win the ball anyway. Edmondson back to Twanzebe. Taylor. Ball. Nice layoff from Broadhead to Taylor. Lucas beaten by it, comes back to Hutchinson. Lucas makes the save this time, and it's scrambled away. Ipswich so close to opening the scoring.
Well, they're riding their luck, aren't they? Really good effort from distance. Hits the post with this one. As it comes back, Hutchinson hits it back in again. It's a really good save from the keeper. Getting a lot of touches though, isn't he, Lucas, right now?
Lucas Covalon, Brazilian goalkeeper. You don't get many of them at National League South level.
No, and he's played for the national team, hasn't he? He's a young man.
Under 20s, he was a contemporary of Allison, amongst others. Maidstone from Port Vale at the start of the season. Played as far as ball, but Ipswich are sensing that they are very quickly onto something today.
Well, look at the bodies they've got now in the final third. They're just setting their stall out. Good movement.
Morse's ball in. Headed away by Hoyt. There's Sol looking for Dooku. In front of him was Morsey to bundle it out.
Yeah, he's done okay there, Sol. He's trying to find, isn't he? Just looking at the goalkeeper again here. I think there's a lot he can do with this one, but when it comes back out to him, he gets up quickly and makes a really good reaction save from Hutchinson.
He's fully aware of what will be coming his way today. Said this week, at championship level, 8 out of 10 shots against you will go top bins. So his English is okay.
Well, he did have a little go, didn't he, at Port Vale. It didn't quite work out for him, so he can play, certainly at a higher level.
And Torquay as well, and Whitehawk and Worthing. Sarmiento, he's enjoying his time on the ball. Humphreys. Here's Ball. Hutchinson pulls wide to the right. Omari Hutchinson on loan from Chelsea, started out at Arsenal. He's on the move again here. Being carefully kept away from the ball by Harry Kyprianou. George Elokobi was appointed just over a year ago, first as caretaker. Move made permanent last March. He couldn't prevent relegation from the National League, but he's pushing to get Maidstone back up there again. And he's really put them in the spotlight and earned them some cash with this cup run.
Without doubt, doing well in the league as well. Just a little respite now. They're not trying to pass out from the back, are they? They're just everybody to the halfway line, keeper kicking it long. I think that's going to be a feature for them.
Ball. Maidstone have already earned over £230,000 from their run in this season's FA Cup. Over 100,000 more to come, plus gate receipts from today. All clubs at that level need it. Hutchinson, it opened up, big deflection. Maidstone now twice saved by the post. And that wasn't far away either, deflected, was it? No, straight wide for Edmondson in the ref's view.
Well, it's Hutchinson again, isn't it? Comes off the hand and then hits the post. Keeper was beaten there. Certainly riding their luck right now. This confidence is really impressive from Ipswich early on here.
Both posts struck. Charmed life. Magic of the cup, maybe.
Well, it's very attacking. They leave it 3 players at the back and they push down that left-hand side. Humphreys joins the attack and they're outnumbering them at the moment.
Down went Hoyt. Appeal for the free kick, and that's what he's got. Boot raised a little high. Easily intercepted by Humphreys. Won back, but only briefly, by Sam Corn. It'll go behind for an Ipswich goal kick.
Yeah, Corn's got to get on that ball, hasn't he, as much as he can. He's been having to work really hard defensively, but he can play in that midfield when he gets an opportunity.
Scored in the last 2 rounds against Barrow, and then the penalty winner against Stevenage. Football League opposition beaten. Luca was urged to shoot, but he went for the chip into the box instead, and Lucas shows a Brazilian touch to get the ball into his grasp.
Well, he's got that in his game, hasn't he? He likes to look for that clever pass for a runner from deep. Aluko.
Brother of Eni, former England women's international striker.
Almost looks odd seeing a Brazilian keeper, doesn't it? Just boot everything forward.
Came to the UK in 2016 after 2 years in Mallorca. Hutchinson. Takes it, goes with it. Aluko gets it through. What a ball! Broadhead stopped by Lucas Coverlan again. He's a busy goalkeeper between the posts for Maidstone. One back. Ipswich won't go away. Sarmiento is in the thick of everything. Now a free kick for Maidstone, which they would be probably wise to take a little bit of time with.
Without doubt. Sigh of relief from their fans. Another opportunity. There's Aluko's free ball that we talked about, and again, lovely. I mean, he comes out, shuts the angle down. Look, really good barrier that he creates. They're actually relying heavily on him at the moment. They get the ball clear eventually.
I bet he's unbeatable in 5-a-sides.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's impressive.
Sol. That's the cross. Deceived Sarmiento briefly.
He's done well there. A little bit of composure. Keep the ball for your team.
Appiah finds Cipriano. Duku. Nobody there. It's going to be an Ipswich throw, and Dominic Ball is quick to get on with it.
Well, that's what Doku's got to do, is to keep hold of the ball. As the target man, of course he doesn't know his teammates who only arrived at the football club on Tuesday. Such is the life of a National League player.
Ball. Hutchinson has to give up on that one. They're ticking it off in minutes. That's 12 negotiated, albeit with a scare or 3.
Well, 12 very long minutes. He'll keep beating the drum. Just a little bit casual there, put the ball out of play. He wants the team to just keep concentrating, keep searching for this opening goal.
Those possession stats aren't any great surprise.
No, some sort of record, that.
Helped on by Duku. Kept in by Reynolds. And it's Barclay Adjipong. Nearly found Lamar Reynolds. Nice turn. Composed on the ball, Taylor. Here's Humphreys. Jack Taylor again. Goes out of play. Off Liam Sol.
I think you can just feel them, can't you? Just growing now. Every touch of the ball that they get, these Maidstone players are just growing in confidence.
Ball. Hutchinson to that touchline again. Sarmiento just in field, but he's been seen off by Appiah. Fowler. Mawson. Luco played in the FA Cup final for Hull City against your lot, Martin. There is a Luco again.
He's certainly a busy player.
Ball. Great try from Hutchinson, and Lucas was able to watch it all the way. It's a relatively comfortable save, but it's one that needed making.
It is the inverted winger again, Hutchinson coming onto that ball, looking for that area. I think the keeper reads it really well, expecting to save that. Just gets his angles perfect, doesn't he? You see it there, great view of that from behind the goal.
He's just making friends in there. Anthony Taylor wants a word with him about it. We spoke with the Ipswich legend Terry Butcher pre-match. He knows a centre-back. Says he likes George Edmondson.
He called him the fridge.
He did. That's over the top, and that will be a Maidstone goal kick. And it was the fridge that got there.
Yeah. It's that habit, doesn't he, of wherever the ball is, at either end, he gets on the end of it.
George Elokobi's assistant, Craig Fagan, once a scorer against Ipswich Town in his Hull City days. Scored 5 goals in the top flight, all for the Tigers. Got to know George Elokobi during their time together at Colchester. It's going away by Bone. Morsey. Aluko. Here's Hutchinson. Sarmiento with the spin. Hutchinson, he can hit it again with that left. Just run away from him a little. Sarmiento. Humphries trying to keep the attack going. Pursued by Liam Sol. Morsey puts the hammer down, and it went through Lucas that time. He got a little bit on it. Was it a save or was it going wide anyway?
Well, he almost loses his concentration, doesn't he, the keeper? He gets there nice and early, and then it just goes through him.
It's not bad, is it, actually?
It's a good save, but I think he actually, you can see after his reaction, he's not quite what he was hoping for.
It was another one that was bound for the post.
They're playing some nice stuff here, Ipswich.
Who doesn't like seeing a long-range shot? We're seeing plenty today. In from Sarmiento, and that's over everybody. That time, Maidstone didn't need any Lucas aid. Why are you looking at me like that?
I think we all know why. You've been doing gladiators too much, I think.
Stop it.
All those energy drinks.
So there's not too much time added on at the end. I've got somewhere to be at 10 to 6.
Sorry that we're keeping you.
No,
guys.
absolutely. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else today.
Of course.
Proper FA Cup feel to this today, thanks to those Maidstone fans in particular. They brought actually thousands of balloons with them, and they've been quite restrained because we haven't had any delays for those being popped yet. Here's Twanzebe, just getting the better of Barclay Adjupong.
We talked, didn't we, about McKenna making all these changes, and look how beautifully that they're passing the ball. I think that's testament to the manager, the players that don't always play, listening in to the theme within the group. It's flowing nicely. Just that goal that's missing for them right now.
He couldn't have wished for a better club to start out in senior management. Ipswich Town, such a good football club from top to bottom, and they're always patient with their managers. You know, they've been professional only since 1936, but in all that time, they've only had 19 permanent managers, and 2 of the absolute finest ever amongst them, Sir Alf Ramsey and Sir Bobby Robson.
Well, in 22 years outside the Premier League.
In from Aluko, touched on by Sarmiento. Humphreys. Aluko, and the flag's up for offside.
Well, again, Humphreys getting high up that pitch on the left-hand side. Deemed to have put that one out, was it? Or was it an offside? Sorry, Guy.
Terry Casey, co-owner of Maidstone United, 50-50 partner with Oliver Ashe. Don't think we've seen Oliver today, although he is also a director of the French rugby club Brive, and they were in action at Provence last night, so he might have been there. They were beaten 30 points to 24.
Didn't they get relegated last
year? They got relegated last season, so did Maidstone. Yes, Mawson. Aluko. Hutchinson causing loads of problems, and that one takes a huge hit and goes behind for a corner. Appiah and Cipriano did their best between them to stop another cut in from the right and left foot shot from Amari Hutchinson.
Yeah, this is the theme, isn't it? Get the ball wide, cut inside. I mean, this is really brave defending as well. Gets his body in the way, as you'd expect.
Number 21, Paul Appiah, is on loan from Leicester. He joined from Aston Villa. FA Youth Cup winner with Villa, actually, 3 years ago. Hutchinson with the corner. Sarmiento's on hand if he wants to go short. He doesn't. And Lucas stays back, and it's headed wide by Edmondson, who had, if not quite the full freedom of the penalty area, then plenty of it.
Well, certainly. And it's almost like he's watching it onto his own head and then doesn't actually connect. He doesn't head through it. He has to throw his eyes at the ball there. It's a golden opportunity for him. Came off the fridge door there.
Kieran McKenna, just with a little head scratch. He'll be wondering, nearly a quarter of the game in, how his team aren't in total command of this FA Cup tie.
It's interesting, his persona never changes, does it? You know, you've seen lots of wins for them, but not ruffled at all.
Maidstone fans get their wish. A free kick. Duku, who was on the receiving end of the challenge from Axel Tuanzebe.
Yeah, he's just got to be patient there, hasn't he, the young defender.
Sam Corn is the set-piece orchestrator for Maidstone. He's delivered this one towards Cipriano, who was climbing well. Appiah keeping it going with help from Bone. Corn. Gavin Hoyt. Fowler. This is the longest spell of possession that Maidstone have had.
And this is better. This gives them the confidence. We talked about Corn, didn't we? Passing the ball, he's there. He's got to dictate the play for them.
Fowler goes long. Soul is onto it.
And that was a shame there because the ball bounced behind him.
Hoyt delivers. What a beauty that is. Well defended by the boys in blue at the back for Ipswich. Aluko. Still got to turn the pace on him, but so has Paul Appiah, who's overtaken him.
Yeah, very impressive there. Appiah.
Played forward by Bone to Dooku, who turns nicely with it. And the flag stays down. No, it doesn't, just as Reynolds was looking to set off and try and keep himself goal side.
Well, we have a really good view of that, and I'm pretty sure that was offside. Very unlucky, though. He just delivers it just a tad too late. Yeah,
Dominic Ball stepped up at just the right time.
He certainly did. Of course, with no VAR today, which we're really pleased about. But we need good officiating to go with it.
Twanzebe. Sarmiento. Reynolds not able to get a touch to it. Here come Ipswich with Humphreys. Morsey. Ball. Over Broadhead. Plenty of room in the middle there. Here's Barclay Adjapong. Too much on that. Lamar Reynolds won't get anywhere near it.
Well, I don't think Reynolds was even looking for the pass. Just a little bit better awareness there.
Aluko. Won by Bone.
The ball was on there, wasn't it, for Reynolds again?
Sarmiento. Hutchinson. Another one bypasses Broadhead.
Well, just trying to be a little bit too clever there, Hutchinson.
Kobe trying to stay calm amidst all the hullabaloo, but he will be delighted with the determination his side is showing, even if they have been rather fortunate to still be on level terms. And they're having a grand day out.
They certainly are. You have to be lucky in the cup, and they've certainly been lucky so far.
4,500. Their average home gate is under 2,000. Hutchinson away from Cipriano. Taylor cleared by Fowler. At what point, Martin, does Ipswich's dominance, if they don't convert, start to get frustrating for them? Or are they not that sort of team?
No, I don't think they are. I don't think they're ruffled. They've got the substitutes to make, haven't they? Really good players sitting on the bench. Acapiano, the fullback here, could do with a little bit of protection, though, from Maidstone, because they keep coming down this side.
Just too high, that one for Broadhead. Sarmiento's onto it. Taylor. Morsey. Morsey with time to have a look. Back to Dominic Ball it goes. Hutchinson. Ball. Morsey. Fowler's header. Sarmiento leaning back as he struck that one.
Yeah, it's shooting from distance. This is where they need to stay patient. Never really going to score from there.
Enough to get the Ipswich fans clapping and singing. Used to seeing their side do well on home soil. They've only lost 2 of their last 34 home games. That stretches back to November 2022, that run. Haven't been beaten in the league at home since Leeds came here in August. Reynolds. Dooku with a game chase, but it was one he was never going to win.
No, but you can see there with the right delivery, it's quite a high line there for Ipswich.
Hutchinson. Morsey.
Humphries virtually plays as a left winger. We've seen Edmondson as well getting up there. That's the problem, of just inviting more and more players into the attack. Maidstone.
His left back, ball right back. I know you really like Clark and Davis, the regular fullbacks for Ipswich.
Yeah, outstanding players, there's no doubt about that. There's another chance here.
Reynolds taking on Twanzebe. He's got help now from ball. Reynolds left on the floor.
Well, he fancied it though. Showed a lot of confidence there.
Lamar Reynolds still down. Sonny Aluko has just asked the referee, shall we stop? Yes, we shall.
I think he's got a hand in the face. Nothing more than that.
Anything in it? Doesn't look that way.
No, just a flailing arm. Just as he falls over, there it is.
Big FA Cup weekend, and you can watch every goal scored in the competition on the BBC Sport website and on the app. And highlights of every game played today on Match of the Day tonight, 10:30 BBC One. And then we go live again tomorrow. South Wales, Newport County against Manchester United. And it all starts at 4 p.m. on BBC One. Big game for United. Huge game for Newport. Here's ball. Duku's seen off it by Edmondson. A bit of a charge. And he's past Hoyt. How is he as a left winger? Not good enough that time.
I think he just answered that question for you.
Love to see new charge down the left wing. I did see it occasionally, I must admit.
Only when the Premier League was in the bag, those last few games of the season.
Broadhead. Here's Morsey making a little bit of space for himself. Just unable to keep the ball down. Another long-range effort from Ipswich.
Yeah, clever though, Morsey. Little feint to shoot. Comes onto his left foot and just not got quite the technique. You see it here. Gives himself that little bit of space and then he just can't get it on target.
Talking of the Premier League, which is where Ipswich want to be, and they've got a good chance of being next season. They've been 22 years out of the top flight. Too long for this football club. I was just having a look to see when the last time you were here was, and it was for Arsenal in 2000. A 1-1 draw. Dennis dug you out of trouble again. 84th minute, Bergkamp.
Well, he did many times. Great bit of skill there. Cipriano. Hopefully that gives him a bit of confidence because Hutchinson's been running at him for fun and it's not a nice feeling. They were good days. He always feels nostalgic coming back here though to Portman Road.
If you're at the right age, I'd say the right age, a certain age, Ipswich Town are simply top level. Always were.
Well, we had a good chat with Terry Butcher before the game. He was a massive hero here. Lovely little bit of skill there, look. There we go, little drag back. Pirouette. And pass.
Harry Cipriano joined Maidstone at the start of the season after a trial spell. Was at Weymouth last season, released by Watford at 18. There's always hope for all those young players who don't find their way in the professional game at first. There is a way back.
I like the way they're growing with confidence into this. An early ball in now. Lots of space here to run into.
Sol, who loves to run with the ball. Taking on Humphries. As he run it too far, he has.
You see, that's decision making. And then you play at a higher level, that's what it's about. And that ball needed to come into the box much earlier than it did. Pretty certain he's going to tell him at half-time.
ball. What will it do for Maidstone, Martin, if they can get to half-time level?
Oh, it's huge for them. They never would have expected that coming here. I mean, the amount of times it's hit the post, the saves the keeper's made. And I just feel that a ball over the top, a well-timed run, there's opportunities for them. Just need to show a little bit more on the ball.
Reynolds thought he was being held onto unfairly, and Anthony Taylor agrees after seeing if an advantage would develop.
Well, he's definitely a handful. They know he can run, so they're trying to get tight around him. This gets the team now up the pitch.
Swept across to Sol. He's unlucky there. And here's Sarmiento. Drifts past one, powers past two. Support is there as well, but Sarmiento's gone for goal, and that's a massive deflection. It clipped the top of the bar. It's going to be an Ipswich corner. The woodwork is hit again.
I mean, it's a fantastic run, isn't it? He just runs through that midfield area, just keeps going, and I think in the end he decides, you know what, I'm just going to hit this. And then it ricochets off the defender, hits the bar and over. That is unbelievable. I mean, it could have gone anywhere. Could it look? It's in the air for an age. It's a charmed goal right now.
Sarmiento now on corner duty with support from Hutchinson. Takes on Reynolds. Cleared away for a throw. Ball. Humphries. Cipriano. Corn. Tuku had nobody to help it on too.
No, and that's the situation there where he could just take that on his chest. He needs communication though around him, but better awareness. For being harsh, he was only arrived.
You mentioned earlier, he doesn't know the names yet.
Yeah.
Maidstone do have a whole host of forward players ruled out because they're cup-tied, including recent signing Mohamedou Fall, who's on loan from Haventon Waterlooville and who's scored in his first two Maidstone games. Timmy Abraham as well, younger brother of Tammy.
And they sold their top goal scorer, remarkably.
Yeah, pre-Christmas. Levi Manchi left for Bromley. 20 goals this season. Big miss. A hole they haven't quite filled yet.
I hope he's watching.
I suspect Bromley might be playing today.
He's probably wondering what on earth he was doing, moving away from this team. But anyway, that happens in football.
Here's Hutchinson. Hutchinson again, thinking about taking on Cipriano. Edmondson. Sarmiento. Playing all across that front line. Morsey trying to turn it into the path of Taylor, but it didn't come off.
Now just breaking down at the moment for Ipswich, but they'll keep playing this way.
Coming up to 38 minutes played, and it's still Ipswich Town 0, Maidstone United 0 in the Emirates FA Cup 4th round. Championship against National League South. Magic of the cup. And that is Lorraine Hum, who's the head of disability at Maidstone. They have 35 youth and disability sides operated by the club. Ages range from 6 to 60s. They're doing everything right.
Fantastic effort, isn't it? The volunteers that give up their time for that. It's a great effort.
She's brought some of the club's disabled players to Portman Road today. You're wondering about the dinosaur connection rather. We'll carry on with the game, you can look it up. Maidstone famous for iguanodons. Won by Fowler. There's Twanzebe keeping it away from Reynolds. Aluko. It's Humphries, it'll be cut out though by Hoyt.
He's read that well, Hoyt. Brother of Justin, by the way, played at Arsenal. He played at Arsenal also, so he certainly doesn't look out of his depth here today.
One appearance in the Premier League. Defending learned at the Keown Academy.
I was gone by then.
Humphries, who's come in field, allowing Sarmiento even more room on the left. Humphries again, taken away from Taylor by Broadhead. Jack Taylor was moving on to that to score. Ball. Collected by Aluko, and then the shot, which he had to take quickly, is pushed wide.
Yeah, he seemed to snatch at that. Off his right foot. And initially it was down that left-hand side again, wasn't it? And it came back to him there. Really good first touch, and then I think that's his weaker foot, shall we say. Just see his first touch there. Look, just sets it up nicely for himself. And then he scuffs it.
Twanzebe keeping the ball clear of Barclay Adjapong. Hutchinson beats Cipriano again. Off Appiah, Hutchinson stays alert.
Appiah there's another one, wasn't it? Another interception. He's done that a couple of times really well.
Hutchinson. Taylor. That's too high. Deflected though. Ipswich corner, another one. They're up to a handful now.
And they're just restricting them to long-range efforts right now. Here's another one. Just get bodies in the way. It's Bone this time.
To want Omari Hutchinson to walk that off, because he's been one of their best outlets, causing Cipriano all sorts of bother.
Well, the only thing he hasn't done is score.
Sarmiento to put the corner in. Lucas stays back. Sol gets the ball through, and running onto it is Lamar Reynolds. Can he keep his cool? Oh, how about that? Lamar Reynolds gives Maidstone United the lead. What a finish! And maybe something is just beginning in Suffolk.
Well, look at the celebrations. And you always had the feeling with one good ball over the top that maybe on the break they could get something. And what about the finish, the coolness of the finish? He can't believe it himself. There's players strewn all over the pitch.
He came from Braintree last summer. This is his 26th game for Maidstone. It's his first goal. What about timing?
I mean, the pace as well. And this is off the left foot. Just dinks it over the oncoming keeper. I mean, great ball into him as well. And it's just there. He just needs to get that first touch out of his feet, which he does beautifully. And it just keeps getting better. Every time you see it, look at that. Look, just chips it up. Keeper, no chance.
He almost pulled that off without looking.
Well, we said, didn't we, you serve him with a decent ball over, and they didn't seem to have the quality, but he showed that he had the pace early on and showed the confidence.
Magic of the cup, you'd better believe it. It's shining down on Ipswich for Maidstone United right now.
Look at that, it's as if time stands still there.
The greatest moment of Lamar Reynolds' football days to date.
For sure.
Ipswich try to hit back before the break. Cipriano with a touch away from Hutchinson.
And all of a sudden those goalkeeping saves by Lucas were, you see how important they were right now.
Here's Morsey. Away the ball comes Corn. Reynolds was nearly running through again.
Yeah, he's got a taste for it now.
There was a yellow card just to keep up with the admin in the aftermath of the goal, and I think it went to substitute Chi Ezanolim, celebrating a bit too keenly before he gets on.
Understandable though, really, on a day like today. They've just got to see it through now to half-time, really important for them.
And we're into 2 minutes of added at the end of a half that has taken a turn. Here's ball. Fowler heads out. Duku holds it up, nowhere to go, does well. We've used all the old cliches today, Martin. Charmed life, magic of the cup. Well, there's a reason that those phrases exist.
Well, I mean, it's the football gods, aren't they, shining on them right now. You take what's on offer, but you have to have the ability to go in front, and they certainly showed that for the goal, a magnificent goal.
Hutchinson to Twanzebe. As Martin mentioned earlier, Ipswich will not lose their cool or change their approach. They will believe in their process.
Well, it might change though what the manager wants to do, McKenna. The substitutions.
Here's ball. Hutchinson outside Cipriano this time. Swiftly back to his feet. Ball. Twanzebe. That's Taylor with the snapshot, and it's another one wide.
Well, it's all pretty football with breakneck speed there. Another shot wide of the goal.
A little bit more urgency to those conversations between Craig Fagan and George Elokobi. They're in business mode.
Well, it's important what he says now in this half-team talk. Settle his team down and build on this momentum.
Towards Duku, he loses out to Edmondson. Half-time at Portman Road. Ipswich all over Maidstone. They've hit both posts, they've clipped the crossbar, they've forced some fine saves from Lucas Covalon. But then with half-time looming, one ball played into space, Lamar Reynolds running onto it, the finish of a prolific Premier League goal scorer. And he's made it at half-time. Ipswich Town 0, Maidstone United 1. Let's get down to the touchline where Sarah Mulkerrins is with the Maidstone boss, George Elokobi.
George beside me, can you quite believe what Lamar Reynolds pulled off there for you guys at the end of that first half?
Yes, I can. To be honest, firstly, we had to weather the storm. We knew which stadium we are in, and we know they've got great, excellent players. They've got good movement, and I said to our players, it's about concentration for the duration of the first half, and then if we got the transition on the transition, can we do things with speed? And you saw it there, an excellent ball through, and Lamar is ran through, but we know he's got that composure. He shows it in training, and we just wanted him when he goes through one-on-one. It's about, can you be composed? Can you pick your spot? Can you make up your mind early? And what a finish. Absolutely sublime.
Are you as proud of the defence early on, considering the threat that Ipswich was showing?
first, nothing is won at halftime. We have to be mindful of that. Our supporters ask us to give them something to cheer about, and our players have to be resilient. We've earned our luck as well, wrote our luck a couple of times. But again, I did say if we're going to get anything out of this game, we're going to have so much luck. But super proud of how the boys have ran themselves to the ground in the first half. We know Ipswich is going to come at us now in the second half, so we have to be ready for whatever they're going to throw at us and just try and be us, try and be Maidstone, try and play the way we play, stick to our game plan.
We'll let you into the dressing room for that halftime talk.
Thank
George,
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What a guy. Try and be us, try and be Maidstone. Well, they have been doing that throughout their FA Cup adventure, and it continues at the moment. 98 places below Ipswich. And wow, Glenn, did you see that happening in the first half? How dominant Ipswich were?
I must admit, I did not see this coming at all. I thought that Maidstone early on were all at sea. Ipswich were dominant, and it was only going one way. But do you know what? They stuck to their guns. They settled into it, and eventually they found their feet, and somehow they found themselves in front. And what a finish it is! The composure that Reynolds showed, it was absolutely incredible.
Well, let's have a look at it, because like you mentioned, it was a great goal. But it was coming, Aaron, in terms of that was their out, and that's the passes that they kept looking for in the play.
Yeah, it was. You know, and that's where they were always going to get their joy. It was either with Reynolds or with Dooku on the break, on the counter-attack, and then can you release them early? Can you allow them to use their pace and get in behind? And then when they do, you just hope they've got the composure and the quality to be able to finish. You know, they had a few warning signs, but with Reynolds' goal, you know, all of a sudden, once he gets free, you're thinking, right, the defending from Ipswich here is poor. The shape is all over the place, but he's still got a lot to do. He's still got to gain his composure. The goalkeeper's coming out, and then it's, have you got the quality? Have you got the Glenn Murray about you to be able to dink it over?
I never had that with my left foot, let me tell you.
Listen, it was my pace to get away, but it definitely wasn't my finish. That's a magnificent finish, and real quality, a real moment for this 4,600 Maidstone fans to be able to get off their seats and cheer, and that will live long in the memory regardless of the score.
Talk us through that, though, because you're one-on-one with the keeper there, and like you're talking about, it is the composure.
Yeah, it is, and do you know what? He's a willing runner. He's ran all afternoon. He's kept making the run. He's not been successful, but that one moment, he's got him behind. He's seen the keeper coming out, and you can't fault Christian Walton coming out there. I thought it was just an exceptional finish. You can see what it means to the Maidstone manager. I think you've got to take the emotion out of it. They're only halfway there, but it's amazing what they've done so far.
You say take the emotion out of it. We're sat right behind them in the dugout. We saw the whole dugout erupt, the players running onto the pitch. It is hard to keep your emotion in, but like you said, a huge 45 minutes ahead of them.
That's why we're here, isn't it, Alex? And for that, I mean, just looking at that whole stand over there, full of their fans, that's what they came for. Even if they do get beat in the second half, if Ipswich do drop it a couple of gears, they came for that moment, but who knows what could happen in the second half.
Yeah, well, Ipswich did come out flying, Aaron. They've made the 10 changes, but they come out and they set a right tempo.
Well, they've got quality throughout their team. You know, they've made 10 changes, but they've brought in 10 quality players. You know, and they're constantly creating opportunities. The first 10 minutes, you're thinking, wow, this could be 3-0. You know, they've hit one post, they hit the other post. And then Amari Hutchinson, for me, has probably been the standout player for Ipswich in that first half. This one, I was probably a little bit harsh. I was saying to Glenn, I think he should score. But I think that they just get back and defend it really well. But they've created so many opportunities. You'd expect them to be at least a couple of goals up, but that's not the way it's proven.
I mean, you can see Hutchinson just cutting in. He's been a real threat on that right-hand side, coming on that left foot. But listen, when you come to grounds like this with such a gap between the two teams, you've got to ride your luck. Yes, they've completed the set, two posts and a bar, but you need that on afternoons like today. And Coughlan as well, when it's come to it, he's stood up. This is probably the best chance, and this is all the first 10 minutes. Broadhead will be disappointed he hasn't scored there, but you can see Maidstone, they're crossing. You've got full-backs crossing over centre-backs. The occasion was starting to get the better of them, but then eventually they settled into the game.
What did Kieran McKenna be saying to his players in there then, right now, Glenn?
He'll be saying more of the same. He'll want to move the ball with more tempo, and he'll want to try and create a few more opportunities. not so far out. They've been frustrated into having a lot of long-range shots. It'll be more about rediscovering that 10 minutes, that first 10 minutes, and just, I suppose, when they do get the opportunities, because they have had a couple of opportunities, be clinical.
Yeah, well, actually, let's see them, because like you said, I suppose from Maidstone's perspective, it is seeing out that 10-minute period and then gaining some confidence. But their goalkeeper, if you're going to kill a giant, you need your goalkeeper to have a blinder, Aaron.
Well, listen, Lucas Coverland has been exceptional in that Maidstone goal. He's kept out everything that's been asked of him. That's a great save from Morsey there, because that's going just inside the near post. He has to get across, get a little touch on it, and puts it out for a corner. But he's been excellent. You know, he's a real presence. He's got real character about him. You know, he's a confident boy, and he'll be relishing this. He'll be, if anything, he's happy that they've got so many opportunities, because it allows him to be able to show what a good goalkeeper he is, and he's rising to the occasion.
Oh, he is indeed. I mean, he's got a fantastic stature as it is. He's got confidence to match that. But do you know what? Every time he's been questioned, he's been right there for his team. We even showed the stats and the highlights from the round before. Again today, he's been stood up and he's been counted.
Do you think Maidstone continue to kind of play with that same, OK, we're waiting and waiting, and then we're going to look for the outlet?
Yeah, without doubt, that is a tactic. I don't think they can live with Ipswich football-wise. That is what it's going to be. But do you know what the difference is this second half? They've really got something to hang on to.
OK, well, we've got a great second half coming up, haven't we? Let's look ahead, though, to the rest of the FA Cup fixtures going on in the fourth round this weekend. There are 4 games at 3 o'clock, 2 all Premier League ties at Everton and Sheffield United, and 2 all Championship games, including leaders Leicester City. There is another all Premier League game going on this evening, as Newcastle United will be travelling to Fulham. 4 games tomorrow, beginning early with a Black Country derby and ending with Manchester United's trip to League 2 Newport. That game is live on BBC One, and on Monday night it's Blackburn Rovers against League 2 Wrexham. Well, Ipswich Town have lifted the FA Cup in their history. I've got the programme right here. This was 46 years ago, and it was a nice sunny day at Wembley.
And it will be Arsenal to kick off in this 1978 Cup final. Good ball, Osborne, Faradas, hit the bar, and the goal was gaping. Walk, Ipswich hit the post, laid on for Walk. That is incredible, he's done it twice. Once again the ammunition provided, and right there, with a brilliant save was Jennings. Taking on the defender and winning. Osborne 1-0. The celebration's justified. And Ipswich win the cup for the first time in their history. A moment to treasure for Bobby Robson and the East Anglian fans, and they thoroughly deserve it.
And I'm delighted to be joined by 2 of the players that played in that game. Thank you for joining me. John Walk, George Burley right here. You were seeing all the memories right there. Tell us some of the emotion and the memories.
It was fantastic. It was the best thing I've ever done, because it was my first in winning the FA Cup at 21. You know, and doing your lap of honour, and it just brings back great memories.
John, actually, we saw you there hit the post twice. Does that still, sorry George, does that live in your memory? Or actually, is that medal, the winner's medal?
Yeah, of course it's in your memory. To get to a cup final is fantastic. Yeah. And it was the first time, you know, Ipswich have been to the FA Cup final. The whole of the town was so, you know, excited about it. And it was a good finish. And I think we won 1-0, and that could have been 4 or 5.
Talk us a bit more about, you know, when you brought this cup back to the town and the emotion from the fans, the reaction, what did it mean?
It was the best day ever, and the fans are still reminiscing about that, you know, and I'll never forget it, because when we got back into town with the trophy on the open top bus, it was just fantastic.
And just, I suppose when you look at the history of the club, playing under great managers, tell us a bit about what it was like to play under Bobby Robson.
Bobby Robson. Sir Bobby was a special person, somebody that wanted to build a club, somebody that gave youngsters an opportunity, like John and myself, from 17-year-old, and he wanted success for the town. And he was unbelievable, and everywhere he went, everybody talks about him for being such a great person. And his knowledge of football, I think in his time here, he only actually brought 14 players into the club, and that was after 20 years, which is absolutely amazing.
I know, let me bring Glenn in here, because I know Glenn wanted to ask you a question.
Guys, just coming to the here and now, how nice is it to see Kieran McKenna here and the club doing what they're doing and just restoring itself back in the higher echelons of football?
Yeah, I think Ipswich has always been a community club, and Sir Bobby started the youth policy. We had a great youth team. John was in it, and I was in it with a number of other international players. And it's great to see over the last 2 or 3 years it's established itself, getting back into the community, working with players, making them better and gaining success. And the fans are really appreciating it, and it's been a joy to come to the games.
All apart from that first 45 minutes there.
Yeah, but there's another 45 left.
There is. What do you think they've got to do second half?
Well, score goals. They've missed chances, and by the way, I've got to say their goal was fantastic goal, great finish.
It was brilliant goal, wasn't it?
But we've got another half to finish the game.
We have.
John, let me just ask you, because we know you're Ipswich legend, a Liverpool legend. What did you make of the news yesterday about Jurgen Klopp?
I was shocked, because I do Liverpool games myself when I'm not doing Ipswich games. I go to the Liverpool hospitality. So when I seen that, I was as shocked. I couldn't believe it, you know. And I just, he's been fantastic for Liverpool, you know. And he's been there 8.5 years, and can't go over it.
George, let me ask you as well about the development of what you're seeing here under Kieran McKenna and what he's managing to do with this team.
Sorry?
About Kieran McKenna, about the development of this team. How impressed are you with him?
He's been fantastic, and what I like about Kieran, every player that's come into the club has improved. And that's a sign of a good manager, because you sign players and bring players in, but you've got to try and improve, and Kieran's done that, and he's brought the whole crowd and the community along with him with the manner he's done it, and he's done fantastic. And even today we're getting behind, but I'm sure everybody has the belief we can turn that round and get through to the next round.
Okay, George, John, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy that second half. Okay, well, if you've only just tuning in, here's what happened in the first half.
The team fourth in National League South against a side that is second in the Championship. They start as equals. Lucas beaten by Hutchinson. Lucas makes the save this time. Maidstone now twice saved by the post. That's a massive deflection. The woodwork is hit again. Lamar Reynolds, can he keep his cool? Oh, how about that? What a finish!
What a finish it was. Some more entertainment right now on the way in the second half. Let's get you back to our commentary team of Guy Mowbray and Martin Keown.
Yes, thank you, Alex. Welcome back, everyone. We're all good to go. No changes made by either manager during the half-time break. And how good was it to hear from George Burley and John Walk, memories of that wonderful Ipswich team of the early 80s. I've got to give a big shout out to my mate Gatesy, Eric Gates, who was such a big part of that team. And I know, Martin, they were a big influence on you. One character in particular, Paul Mariner.
Oh, Paul was a larger-than-life personality. Came to Arsenal in the early 80s, really helpful for the young players. Great role model, sadly passed away. So, no, there's so many players, isn't there, that came out of that team.
And these current Ipswich players now have work to do. For all their first-half dominance, it is Ipswich Town who are behind in this FA Cup fourth-round tie.
Well, I think McKenna would have settled his players down and would have been in their ears to maybe just take an extra pass. There's so many shots from distance, and it's what you do, isn't it, when you lose patience.
The side have only lost one of their last dozen games. That was when everything went wrong, that could go wrong at Leeds just before Christmas. 4-0 beating at Elland Road. There's Barclay Adjapong, crowded out, and back with Christian Walton it goes. Christian Walton, who's basically been a spectator, but he's the keeper who's had to pick the ball out.
well, he couldn't really do anything. I mean, it's such a wonderful finish. He comes out, doesn't he, to make it difficult. It was all down to Reynolds to find that moment. I have to say, the ball to him from Sol, from that right-hand side, was a fantastic ball. We were talking about decision-making, and that was certainly a fantastic decision for that through ball he played.
It's Edmondson. And Cameron Humphreys. Sarmiento. Taylor. Luca lets it run, and Hutchinson was quickly onto it. About to resume his tormenting of Harry Cipriano. Twanzebe. Ball. Hutchinson. Goes around the outside this time, and back. Twanzebe. Morsey. Humphreys.
I think this is the right tactics from Ipswich. One touch, two touch, keep moving it side to side. Don't give it away cheaply like they've just done there.
Twanzebe watches the bounce carefully and had the help of Morsey in shielding Duku away. Ball. Aluko. Twanzebe. Edmondson. Morsey got away from Barclay Adjapong, the crowd urging him to shoot, but not this time. Might have had the hard word about that during the interval. Sarmiento, turn clear back to Edmondson. Goal kick given. Double deflection. Back off ball.
Well, it comes off Aluko there, hits him in the face, I think. And this is what they have to do, Maidstone. Just stay strong, stay in their shape, restrict these opportunities. He gets inside there well initially, ball. As you see, look, the ball just strikes him in the face.
Taking a word from assistant Martin Pert. Reynolds beaten to it by Hutchinson. Larry Hutchinson breezes past Sam Bone. Luco has to work hard. Morsey loses out. Twanzebe's given it away. Duku couldn't get past Twanzebe. Corn onto it now. Maidstone with men over.
He wanted to deliver that, but Reynolds was straying offside.
Here is Reynolds now, beating ball. And onto that is Bone. But it loops kindly for goalkeeper Walton.
Yeah, it was unlucky there. I think Corn was looking to play that ball early. Just gives you another taste, though, of what they're capable of. Certainly growing in confidence here and belief.
Cipriano.
He did well there, it was important. He gets to that ball first because he's not getting much protection at all. Look, he's pointing in front to say, get somebody in that space.
Used to play for your local side, Oxford City.
I noticed that. I think Jackson did as well, the sitting on the bench for Ipswich.
Twanzebe. Edmondson. Humphreys. Taylor waltzes into the box. Once again, there's a yellow shorted body in the way, and Barclay Adjipong gets it up to Reynolds and will set off down the middle himself. Reynolds against Twanzebe. Korn finds a way over the head of Cipriano, and it all breaks down.
He's unlucky. You could see the idea there.
Edmondson. Gavin Hoyt can let that go. Once again, the same demeanour. Not started pacing yet.
No, he's very calm. It's nice when you look across and see the manager like that. Although when you just keep giving the ball away, the anxiety can creep into your play. Edmondson there, cheaply giving the ball away.
Broadhead. Hutchinson won't get there. Lucas Covalon will.
I think he'd already made 3 saves by this time in the first half, so he'd be happy to receive the ball now, take as long as he wants.
Enjoying himself in the Suffolk sunshine. It's like Rio down there. Surprised if Maidstone slow it down whenever they can. It is their prerogative now.
Gamesmanship, of course, in no hurry whatsoever.
Hoyt to Dooku, or rather to Sol. Here's Edmondson. Hutchinson never looked likely to bring it under control. He tried his level best and then barges into Cipriano, and advantage is played with Reynolds. Appiah safely back to George Fowler, former Ipswich Town hopeful. Back home, on the verge of dumping his club, the one he supported as a boy and started out playing for, out of the cup. Say on the verge. We're not quite on the verge yet, are we?
No, but a great story for him, though, because he's been through an awful lot as a young man.
Aluko. Maidstone try and break again with Reynolds. Morsey won't let him past easily. Barclay Adjipong points the way in the middle.
Really good play again, wasn't it, Reynolds? He's got his party hat on and he's now skipping around the pitch. And they know about it. Morsey getting really close to him, recognising the pace that's there.
I wonder how many of the 4,500 travelled just 12 miles up the road from here to Needham Market last season when Maidstone went out of the Cup in the 4th qualifying round. You know there'll be 1 or 2 in there looking at the Johnny-come-lately saying, where were you at Needham?
Yes, I'm sure.
With the other 24 of us.
The important thing is that you're here today.
Absolutely. Humphreys. Edmondson. Ball. Aluko able to turn but not able to keep his balance. Reynolds again moving away to the left wing. Through the middle was Dooku, and that was perfectly between the pair of them. Now here's Taylor. Sarmiento. That one has beaten Lucas Covalon. Ipswich Town level. Jeremy Sarmiento having a go again. He's done that several times before this afternoon. 1 or 2 others have taken deflections too, and this one was a telling one.
Really good composure on this finish. Sarmiento's had plenty of opportunities, as we say. We talk about the one-touch, two-touch passes, but when he gets this ball here, look, just goes through the legs of Hoyt. You can't believe it. It's agonising for the defender, but it just finds that target. Keeper, no chance. Really nice finish. Tough on Maidstone, but it was really a matter of time, the amount of chances they were getting on this goal.
Jeremy Sarmiento scored late on at Leicester to get Ipswich a deserved point on Monday, and now he's drawn them level once more. And Kieran McKenna's decided to ring the changes. Aluko is off. Connor Chaplin has come on. 9 goals this season, 29 in the last campaign. And the fullbacks are changing as well. Cameron Humphreys and Dominic Ball replaced by the regulars on the right and left at the back, Harry Clark and Leif Davis. Those changes were going to be made regardless of the goal.
Yeah, and we know about the quality of the fullbacks, particularly Davis, been chased by a number of clubs in the Premier League. He's a real talent and he loves to get forward.
Edmondson, here goes Leif Davis, that's a clever header, and then he was nudged by Gavin Hoyt. Free kick Ipswich. It just feels like the wind has changed here now.
Yeah, changing gear. Hoyt having to make that challenge. I think he was about to get done for pace, and you won't say that very often about him, but Davis is a real talent, loves to get the ball in the box. I'm pretty certain he's going to take this free kick.
The next 10 minutes, absolutely crucial for Maidstone United. In fact, the next few seconds are.
We've got to see this through now, show some character.
A booking, not surprisingly, for the Maidstone skipper. And a Maidstone change. Liam Sowell is off and on comes Reece Greenwich, so they've taken off one of their attacking players and put on an extra defender.
I'm not really sure that's the right call, if I'm honest. Sowell's through ball for their first goal was outstanding.
Leif Davis on delivery. Only just into the game, and it was he who won this free kick. He pulls it across, and it's just over the top. Chaplin's first touch of the ball, off balance as he got it.
Yeah, and that's something I've seen him do before in other games. Really clever movement. They'd have done their homework, they could see that he does that. He just isn't able to get his foot round it. And he's put another defender on, so maybe he just wants to try and defend as best as possible, consoling Sowell as he goes off. Excellent contribution for the goal.
Reece Greenwich on with a job to do. 6'6" of him. Up towards Reynolds, seen off by Clark. Morsey turns away from Bone, found some room for himself. Support from Clark. Ipswich look switched on. Run by Bone.
Well done. Nowhere to go, finds a pass.
And puts it out. Corn gets that one clear. Edmondson. Sarmiento. Clark won't get there.
No. This is that they've got to make sure they keep it all crisp with their passing. Not safe. They've got to look for things, but they've got to be effective at the same time.
A check of the time for the Ipswich boss. There's plenty of it. Barclay-Adjepong. Reynolds. Through to Barclay-Adjepong again. And he nearly found his way through. He was always falling. There are shouts from Maidstone fans for Anthony Taylor to give something there, but there was nothing to give.
I think he's actually taken a bit of a dive there, Adjepong. Did Reynolds mean that ball? He played through the legs there of his opponent. Goodness me.
Confidence soaring. Back towards Hutchinson. Has a little look at the assistant before racing onto the ball. Cipriano's there with him now. Morsey. Sarmiento, and he didn't catch it properly.
No, but he's finding those pockets of space again. Sarmiento, full of confidence right now after that goal in midweek. Just hangs out there, looking for that ball.
Substitution for Maidstone,
Maidstone change. And Jacob Barclay-Adjepong, who's just had that latest foray forward, is now going to be replaced by Bhivesh Gurung. Look of disappointment from the number 7. That was his moment.
Yeah, that's right. Didn't quite take it, but he's done admirably in the team today, playing in that sort of 10 role, joining the attack when he could.
Bhivesh Gurung has Nepalese roots, but he is a hometown boy from Maidstone. Rejoined his home club just over a couple of years ago after a spell with Crystal Palace. Walton safely out to Harry Clark. Taylor loses it and then gets it back again and storms through. Sarmiento. Broadhead. Played in by Davis. Played out by Davis.
Just a bit heavy. He's almost too eager there.
And those Ipswich fans will want this done today before going to Preston next weekend in the Championship. I suppose they'll want to go to Maidstone in midweek, the week after next. Boy, what would it do for Maidstone if they get a replay, cash-wise? Goodness.
Well, they'd want it here, wouldn't they?
No, not a bit of it. They'd want to be at the Gallagher Stadium. Chaplin. Sarmiento got there, but it's a bit of an apology of a shot. It's dribbled through to Lucas Covalon.
Yeah, he's the player that keeps getting into that area. We're not seeing much of Broadhead in an attacking sense.
Good player, good manager, George Burley.
Good player as well, by the way. Plenty of games.
For Scotland. A cool fullback. I think you'd have enjoyed playing with George.
Cultured. I had to make do with Lee Dixon. No, he was outstanding at times.
Like the at times, he was just outstanding. Blocked. And digging into the next challenge.
There's nearly a worldy ball there from Greenwich.
Sarmiento. Was rocked out of possession. Reynolds has it, and he's got Corn breaking down the middle. Sam Corn is in on goal here! Incredible! Just incredible! Maidstone have done it again! Sam Corn has done it again! 3 rounds in a row!
Well, it's just unbelievable. Sam Corn running from midfield. And Reynolds again has a goal and an assist. I mean, this is character from this team, and they give it away cheaply. Ipswich in that middle of the park, and then Reynolds gets onto it. And look at this for a ball. He just wraps it inside, and he comes onto it. Really good first touch, and then the finish is sublime finish. Just thunders it into the back of the net. Really cultured finish there. Stunning moment in this football match. Look at it, just puts it in that near post. Lovely finish.
He can hear Edmondson thundering in. Eyes only for the ball. He doesn't even look up at Christian Walton, who got fingertips to it, but not enough to keep it out. Sam Corn with a sweet goal for Maidstone United.
Well, he's not going away, is he? Scores the winning goal in the last round, and he wanted to have his say on this match. And he's been defending for most of the afternoon, but he somehow finds himself in the final third to score that goal.
Ipswich have to do it all again. Here's Hutchinson. Now it's Morsey. Davis through the crowd, and the crowd managed to come together to block it.
And I think it's Bone who gets rid of it again. They're getting another chance here, aren't they, Maidstone? They thought they'd thrown it away, but surely they can't do it, Guy, can they?
Well, they're doing it right now, and there's only a quarter of the contest left. Chaplin. Chaplin into the box. Booted away by George Fowler.
Well, when he took Sol off, I thought maybe he'd wrong call when Greenwich has come on, another defender. To bolster that defence, and then let's get another one on the break, and they've done it.
Now, would VAR have got involved? VAR would definitely have got involved. That was the first pass of the move.
You're quite right. At least we can enjoy things in the moment here, can't we? With VAR, we have to relive it once, twice or three times.
That was missed by the referee. A double Ipswich change. Wes Burns is on. And 18-year-old forward Gerard Buabo is on for only his 5th senior appearance. Mari Hutchinson and Jeremy Sarmiento, the players who've made way. Burns took a tumble, but he's straight back to his feet to try and do something from this corner.
And he's absolutely rapid, by the way. Burns coming on that right-hand side he'll play.
Davis to take it, but Lucas Hovelon needs a bit of a breather here. He's claiming that he's been shoved to the floor, and he's not happy with Connor Chaplin trying to help him back up.
Well, somebody needs to get in his ear just to keep him calm.
It's Gerard Buabo. Oh, that's ridiculous, Lucas. That's ridiculous. Don't ruin a good day.
Well, for sure.
Burns tried to touch it on.
Burns was in on his own there, should have connected better with that.
Morsey. There's a little bit of a murmur around Portman Road, isn't there, from the home fans here?
A hush, shall we say.
From an Ipswich point of view, that goal, OK, there may have been a foul in the build-up, but Kieran McKenna won't be happy about that.
No, not at all. I mean, they lost the ball cheaply, and that's not what they're about.
Davis. Chaplin. Here's Bone. Once again, they had room on the left. Bone was thwarted from playing that pass by Davis. That's going to be a free kick given against Buabo.
Buabo does really well there. He could have been lulled into trying to play a long pass, but he didn't. He kept it, and then he gets his body. Look how he gets his body just across, just to draw that free kick.
Good work by Gurung. Well, he's made all the changes he can make. Down to those out on the field for Ipswich to keep them in the cup. Edmondson to Davis. Broadhead. Tackled by Appiah.
He's done well, by the way. Many interceptions up here.
Clark. And Lucas gets down and saves and holds it.
Yeah, it's a good save, by the way, because it's just ticking along on the ground. He just needed to concentrate. It's from distance. Comes through players as well, so it gets down well. Gives you that confidence, doesn't it, when the goalkeeper looks really assured as he does today.
You say assured, I'd say entertaining. There are moments. Here's Burns. Easily past Cipriano. Burns pulls it back, there's nobody there in blue.
No, he did the first bit really well, but then chose the wrong pass. Look at that for defending again.
Manny Duku's down, holding his shoulder. Ipswich fans are now starting to get a little bit agitated by their non-league visitors.
Well, it looked genuine to me.
I think they've been very charitable up to now, but they really recognise now that Maidstone are a threat.
I wonder if this is serious though, because you don't see any contact. It's just the way he hits the deck with that right arm.
Ball will restart with a drop in Ipswich's favour. And Duku's going to continue. 2 Maidstone changes already though. Riley Court and Perry Yandolo about to come on for the Stones. Ipswich are in. Oh, and it's flashed past the post from Wes Burns. What a golden chance.
Well, you're right. He really gets hold of this. Just a give and go. Really good pace, and it whistles past that post. Obviously trying to shoot there. He's not trying to pick anyone out. Oof, dear. How close is that?
Lamar Reynolds and Sam Bone are leaving the action now for Maidstone. Reynolds the scorer of that wonderful first goal of the game.
And the assist, of course, as well. I mean, he's been magnificent. He's done all he can. His job's done right now.
Well, this is bold from George Elokobi, and it shows real trust. Riley Court's only 17 years old. He started the last 2 National League South games. And Perry Yandolo is far from a regular. He's only 20. From Maidstone, grew up like them, a fan. And they've taken the place of 2 more senior players. Of course, fatigue could be a factor.
Well, sometimes when you're that young, you don't know really quite the magnitude of you've been dropped into. Let's wish them well.
Well, they both started on Tuesday against Braintree, 1-1 draw, and the Maidstone boss was fulsome in his praise of his young midfielders. He's got those 3 again: Court, Gurum and Yandolo. "15 minutes to go. Ipswich Town 1, Maidstone United 2. Burns coming in again. Lucas didn't get anything on it, but covering for him was Appiah. It's an Ipswich throw. I think this will be the pattern now to the end.
That's what it was, and it's running off the ball, isn't it? It's a real challenge. Burns getting down that right-hand side. I really like Appiah there, again, reading the danger, getting across and dealing with it.
Burns making a difference. It's coming on for Ipswich.
It's all part of their normal structure, Guy, as well. It's about patterns and movements.
Here's Clark, sold the dummy, looking for Taylor to win it. Edmondson, was he tripped? The referee's given it the other way, and Ipswich can't believe it. It's going to be a yellow card for George Edmondson.
Well, he doesn't seem to be remonstrating too much, does he, Edmondson? Let's have a look. Maybe this angle will tell us. Oof, he catches him. Does he get to the ball first?
It's Manny Duku, who's stretching.
Oh, I think that's a foul there. Anthony Taylor's right on it as well, by the way.
We'll go back to those cliches again, Martin. Charmed and magic and all that.
What, unlucky Anthony Taylor was the referee?
I'm just thinking about those posts, that crossbar, the saves of Lucas. Mind you, that's what he's there to do, and obviously the foul that was missed in that Maidstone second goal. But just look at the scoreline. That's the story. And Ipswich have to change it.
It's the stuff of dreams, isn't it, for Maidstone right now? They've got enough gas in the engine.
Morsey. Taylor. Morsey. Leif Davis. Returned by Chaplin. Hoyt. Duku. That is coming down with snow on it. Taylor. Burns. Taylor. There's Davis. Maidstone clear. Not in any great rush to follow it out now either.
No, Maidstone playing now with a back five, so it's pretty well geared up, isn't it, to deal with these crosses coming in.
You've counted 5, I've counted 7. There's Clark. Chaplin. Chaplin saved by Lucas.
Yeah, Chaplin again, he's the player just coming off the feet to get it, spins on it, comes through a sea of players, and again the keeper down to his left.
Brazilian,
look, easy work, doesn't he, right now?
The same Brazilian goalkeepers in the English league. Allison, Edison. Here's another name. Lucas Covolan joined the list. He's been around a while.
He's having an amazing day.
Look at that, look at those numbers, Martin. 28 attempts to 2. Those 2 went in. Ipswich come again. Davis tries to make his mark. Gurung gets on the ball for Maidstone.
And it looked like a foul there on Hoyt at the far post.
Morsey gets into a scrap and away with the ball. Boabo. And Corm will get rid of that anywhere, as far away as possible. Burns couldn't nudge it through to Chaplin. Cipriano does have a way back to Lucas.
His kicking's not quite so Brazilian. To be fair, I don't think he wanted to get it, but he didn't want to receive it there.
Look at the excitement amongst those away supporters.
I think it's just sinking in, isn't it? Are we going to do this? Surely not.
Here's Davis. Now it's Morsey. Chaplin. Clark, clever. Chaplin. Morsey. It was blocked by Greenwich. And Twanzebe will have to go back to Walton. And that wasn't how he intended to do it. Wobbles, jitters. Well, the Maidstone team was staying in the same hotel as us last night, Martin, and the fire alarm went off at 11:15, 11:30. I don't know if it was linked, but were Ipswich fans that worried? They are now.
The fire alarm's going off right now, to be fair, for Ipswich, and it would be a major embarrassment. As much as it's a giant killing exercise for Maidstone, you don't want to be on the receiving end of this from an Ipswich point of view.
Got me out of bed. I was just catching up with traitors. In from Davis. Broad head. Blocked, another one.
Yeah, Corn again. I think it's standing block. Edge of the box, another shot from distance.
Leif Davis with the Ipswich corner, and time is running out. Broad head down before the ball arrives. Chaplin didn't get anything on it, and it is launched away. Manny Duku just put his foot right through that. Edmondson. That's Taylor. Burns, it was always against him. 82 minutes pass by. The last National League South side in the fourth round were Havant Waterlooville in 2008. They got beaten 5-2 at Liverpool. No National League South or North side has reached the fifth round since the dual region system started up again in 2004. Maidstone might be about to crack that code. And for Ipswich, from their cup misery, may just be continuing.
But also, you don't want to derail your promotion efforts. A defeat like this would be put some dent into it.
Davis to try and find the right ball into the box. You almost see the desperation in his face. Headed back towards his own goal and behind for a corner by Corn.
Well, he's been fouled at the same time, Corn. He's just trying to make that point, no time to argue about it. Because it's going to come back in again here.
Rich Boabo. Yandolo stands between the Ipswich forward and the goalkeeper. Another one swung in, Chaplin's there! Saved! It's not away yet though! And it's an almighty mess in the middle there. Lucas then dives on the ball and grasps it.
And wouldn't you know it, that it has to be him. He almost comes from nowhere, guy. I mean, look at these players strewn all over the place. It's unbelievable. The goalkeeper, I mean, this is an absolute, it comes off the shoulder. Somehow he gets a hand to it. And then there's an almighty scramble. Look at it, just pushes it up in the air, and then there's a melee, and then the goalkeeper just reaches from nowhere and says, you know what, I'm just going to take it. It's really good goalkeeping. Good reaction initially. He really goes into his own goal there. His body's just desperate to get in the way of it. Incredible.
And now Paul Appiah, who was on the floor in the thick of all that and was fallen upon by his goalkeeper, needs a little bit of treatment. I'm trying to stretch the cramp out.
Well, I'm not surprised he's got cramp, because he's covered every blade on this grass today. I mean, outstanding, only a young man in there. The goalkeeper, though, he's just been inspired. So many good performances.
You know, that really warm welcome you've had today here, Martin. Everybody's been so nice to you at Ipswich. Well, the last time they went out to a non-league side was 2016-17. They lost at Lincoln City in a third-round replay. It was live on the BBC. They won't be having us back again.
Yeah. You're right, though. The reception we've had has been amazing. It's not over yet, Guy.
It's not. Clark. Burns, well, if anybody could have caught it, he might. It rolls away from him. Is this one running away from Kieran McKenna's high-flying championship team? These are the moments that may have created Maidstone United history.
Well, he's going to be eating out on this goal, isn't he, forever? But that is a wonderful finish. That was his moment, and he took it.
And this was Sam Corn with an equally cool head.
Well, and Reynolds as well, giving him that through ball, so really good play twice there from Reynolds.
Lucas Covalon gets it clear. Broadhead. Free kick goes to Maidstone. Arms being waved angrily from Ipswich players and fans alike. Just feels like the magic of the cup has cursed them today. Taylor falling on Gurung, handling the ball as well. Well, George Elokobi said this week that the whole of Cameroon will be watching this and behind him. The whole of Cameroon, they will be celebrating in the next few minutes. That's Appiah's header.
Well, we said, didn't we, all these changes that Ipswich were making, would it upset their rhythm? I think they started the game really well. It was just inspired from Maidstone to get that first goal, and it's really put cat amongst the pigeons in terms of Ipswich. Look at them now trying to press high.
Taylor only presented that ball to Yandolo. That's going to be a free kick for Ipswich Town. Connor Chaplin, fouled by Sam Corn. And not surprisingly, they get on with it very quickly. The clock will say 88 soon, but there'll be a whole chunk added on. Burns can't get by. Edmondson. Big boot. Appiah blessed that one into the Ipswich half.
Almost have it, wasn't it? Just get rid of it. Well, the onus is on Ipswich now to create. To be honest, they've lost all kind of shape and rhythm to their play right now, Ipswich.
Here's Morsey. Maidstone away with the ball. I think the referee would have given a free kick otherwise. He won't for that, though. He might for that, but the advantage is played. Boabo was quickly back to his feet. This is Chaplin. Now it's Morsey. Davis. Cleared by George Fowler.
And he's saying, isn't he, to his players, come on, get up, let's get out.
Hoyt. Davis got in his face. Duku trying to flick it on, asking Yandolo to chase it.
Duku will be still heading the ball tonight at 12 o'clock. He needs to bring that on his chest.
Davis. Played in by Morsey, and it's another one that's kept out by Lucas. It looked like it might have been dipping into the top corner.
Well, again, that Byrne coming in at that right post, lovely little ball in, and just it's right in the top corner. And he gets across. Look how he sorts his feet out. I mean, this is a non-league keeper apparently, but he's playing like a top-level keeper, isn't he, today? Inspired.
He is having the time of his life.
He made that look easy.
Once scored an injury-time equaliser in the National League playoff final for Torquay against Hartlepool. He then saved two in the shootout, so he does love the big occasion. A bit of a roar from Ipswich fans with the announcement of 8 additional minutes. There's Clark. Here's Davis. Just got the half a yard he needed to cross. Time for Taylor to bring it down, and another one is deflected behind. Wish we counted those. Must have been 20 odd.
Cipriano this time throws everything in the middle of that. Lost count of the number of corners there's been.
Well, I can tell you that, there's 10. Here it comes. And that's up and over the bar from Duku. Just a few weeks ago, he was playing for Manchester 62, a club in Gibraltar. I don't know what crowds they get, but they don't get 27,000 plus.
It's incredible. That's where you want him heading the ball, isn't it? In that area. There's more cramp here again.
It's Paul Appiah. He barely put one foot in front of the other. He's been a rock.
Well, these are semi-professionals. You can see they're struggling right now for fitness.
Chaplin on the move in the area, and that's too much contact from the head of Nathan Broadhead. Now we are clock watching.
It's countdown.
No, I think this is early, Martin. But such is the protocol. We've got to do a player of the match. Of course, the story could turn, but let's do it. Let's do it anyway. Well, who would be your player of the match today?
I think on a day like today, I think you've got to share it between the keeper, Lucas Covalon, who's been magnificent, and Reynolds, of course, the assist and the goal. I mean, it's just dreamland for them right now. Both of them are playing on another planet from what they're used to. They can't bear to look, Reynolds.
Hoyt. Morsey gets to it. Up goes Corn. Chaplin. Now here's Burns. Clark keeping up with him. That's not easy to do. Burns puts it in. And that was Taylor. And he put it straight at Lucas.
Just looks so comfortable, this keeper. Again, it's another hopeful ball in. There's not much on the header, of course, it's straight at him.
Every year, the FA Cup brings us so many stories, and every single season there's one that stands out above all the others. This could be the day of this year's big story that will last forever.
Well, this is the football pyramid. It's the sixth tier of our leagues.
The gap's incredible, isn't it? It's 4 whole divisions.
Unbelievable. I think if you're a Maidstone fan, you're going to have to hold on tight, because it's going to be a really hairy last couple of minutes here.
Here's Davis. Broadhead able to bring it down. Taylor, he was looking for Boabo. Corn keeps his cool, we've seen that before. Boabo in to challenge him. Free kick goes to Ipswich.
And he's hurt himself there, Corn, hasn't he? I think it might be cramp, actually.
Well, you're stretching, Martin. You've got cramp up here.
Who would blame me?
Get those calves loose.
This has to be, the quality has to be on this ball now.
Halfway through the 8 minutes of added time. Leif Davis is on the ball for Ipswich Town. Right in front of the keeper. I think it was Riley Cord who got to that. Maybe George Fowler, actually, as the senior figure at the back. Here's Walton. Ipswich don't go long often, and they're not going long here.
No, maybe they should be.
Morsey. Run away from Taylor. Handball shout against Morsey, and that's how Anthony Taylor's seen it as well. Free kick for Maidstone United. Set to be the headline of the weekend.
Sending players up here, I'm not sure that's wise, but they are nonetheless. Maidstone have got the keeper on the halfway line taking this.
Guru finds Duku, who can't return the compliment. Clark. Twanzebe. Edmondson. Burns wants it wide on the right. That's where it's going. Cipriano sees him off.
Yeah, he's done well there, isn't he? He's inspired right now.
2 minutes to go. George Elokobi can't swallow right now. You can see it, dry mouth. Chaplin. Flick towards goal, and Lucas dives on another one.
Of course he does. He's everywhere, this keeper.
He can't get the words out. He doesn't have them.
No, he's stunned by it. I mean, all credit to Maidstone here. It's remarkable what they're... Are they about to pull this off, guys? You don't want to say it, do you?
Twanzebe. Nearly 97 minutes played. Edmondson. Davis. Edmondson. Clark. Now Burns. It might just take one properly good ball in. Can Burns provide it? Taylor's going to jump for it. Edmondson behind him. And once more, the ball is in the gloves of Lucas Covalon.
It's been like a magnet, hasn't it? His hands to that ball.
They are nearly there.
Well, it's remarkable. There's players with cramp, isn't there? They just could never have dreamt of this morning of being able to achieve something like this.
The biggest game of their careers. One of the biggest gaps you could ever see in an FA Cup tie in terms of league position. But Maidstone United have done it! The side from the 6th tier of the English game have come to a ground that might be in the Premier League next season. And they've won! It is the story of the FA Cup year. There are heroes everywhere in yellow and black. There is one in orange who's down on the floor and tears in his eyes in goalkeeper Lucas Covalon. He's played a blinder. And Martin Keogh, it has been an absolute joy and a privilege to be here to see it all.
Well, it has, and Covalon, the goalkeeper, has had lots of issues, mental health issues over the years, and he has been absolutely incredible today. I mean, it's been amazing to be a part of this. Reynolds as well at one end of the pitch. It's dreamland for these players. The FA Cup just is alive and kicking. It just keeps giving time and time again, and we see giant killing again today. Who would have thought it? None of us, that's for sure.
And what about George? Oh. What about George Elokobi?
Well, if he was emotional after the last game, what is he going to be like tonight? It really is an amazing result, and it's what makes us keep coming back and wanting to see this FA Cup there every season. Brilliant game to watch.
4,500 Maidstone United fans, more than double their average home gate, have travelled to Suffolk. They've packed out the cobbled stand, and most of them wouldn't have believed they were here for anything other than one last day out in the Cup this season. They've enjoyed every minute of it, and they've got more to enjoy. They're in the draw. Goodness knows what awaits them there.
Well, look at the smile on that goalkeeper's face. It says it all. You keep dreaming for long enough and you never know what's out there, and that is just, I mean, this is their cup final, the 7th game they've played today in this FA Cup. The Premier League only need to play 6 to win it. They started this competition in August and they're still in it. It's a monumental effort from them today.
There are some Maidstone fans who can't believe what they've witnessed. Lamar Reynolds, there's another story from the day. His first goal for the club, his 26th appearance, and he chose today to get off the mark with a finish of such quality.
Oh, it's unbelievable, isn't it? You know, and of course the league form's just dipped a little bit. They've been saving themselves for this, of course they have, and they can't wait to see the next round and the monies that this bring in, and the memories for these players. It cements them together forever. It's quite remarkable.
They've beaten Stevenage, they've beaten Barrow, now they've come to Ipswich Town and they've beaten them. Watch out for the name in the 5th round draw. There's only one name to look for: Maidstone United.
Guy, Martin, thank you very much. Incredible scenes here for Maidstone United. The emotions, the adrenaline, the feeling, Glenn.
Do you know what? It is absolutely incredible. When they conceded in that second half, a lot of people thought they would have just crumbled from that point on. And do you know what? They showed immense character, and you can just see what it means to them there.
Okay, let's get over to Sarah Mulcollins because she is with Lucas Kovalan.
Lucas, the tears flowed at full time. How much does this mean to you?
It means a lot. I just want to thank my whole family, my wife, everyone has been supporting us. It means so much because my career in the last 2 years, it wasn't very good. And I'm just now all the bad parts of the career just comes in my head, and then just like we just produced this, and then it was just like unreal. It was very, very good.
It was a phenomenal performance from you today, save after save. There was just nothing that was going to get past you, was there?
Yeah, normal day of the office, isn't it? But yeah, I had a great game. I'm so happy that I could help my teammates, and here we go. We win the hat again, and I'm so proud of the team. Hopefully I can get moved now to the championship as well.
Well, you've certainly put on a good display for that today, Lucas. Finally, what does this mean for you and the team and this dream run for Maidstone United?
I think it's difficult to say because what we achieved now is something unbelievable. With the last 16 teams in England. That is just brilliant. That is just brilliant. Credit to all the fans, all the team performance today. Everyone was just like cramping up at the end. We keep fighting. We keep fighting to the end, and bodies on the line and everything. So yeah, what a great day.
Congratulations again. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, what a big performance. We're delighted to be joined by the 2 goal scorers today, Sam Ford, Lamar Reynolds. How do you even describe a moment like right now, Sam?
Yeah, listen, I don't think I've got words to describe it, but we knew we had to believe. It showed on the pitch, that desire to put our bodies on the line, to keep that win, that lead, and yeah, we've done that, thankfully.
You go in at half-time, you're 1-0 up. What was the manager even saying to you right then?
Like he's all been saying throughout the whole week, that we have to have that belief. We go out the second half, not sit too deep. Can we have a counter-attack? If we do concede, doesn't matter, we maybe had a nick another one, and we've done that.
Lamar, what is he like to play for?
Wow, I mean, like you said, it's mind-blowing, you know. You get into situations like this where not a lot of people can say they've get to this round, especially being in a non-league, coming to a championship team that's striving for the Prem, and go out and put on a performance like that. It's tough, of course, but to get 2 goals, especially with the turnout that we have with our fans, it's amazing, you know, it's amazing. Words can't describe how we feel right now. So.
I mean, you're standing alongside 2 strikers there.
Yeah,
we need to have a look at your goal again, and maybe they can help you talk through it.
I probably need to have a look again. It was all in the moment, you know. Yeah, lovely.
Oh, when you've gone through here, the finish on your left foot, little dink over the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Did you know as soon as you received the ball, that's what you wanted to do?
I mean, I think the keeper made my mind up for me. Initially, I thought I'm going to take a touch round the keeper, probably Thierry Henry around the corner, but he came out, made my mind up. I had to go high, so turned out to be a pretty good goal, so I'll take that.
And Lamar, you had an assist here for your friend Sam.
Yeah.
Sam, what are you thinking in that moment?
Yeah, listen, we knew we were going to be lucky to get 1 or 2 chances, and when they did arise, we had to take them. And like we did, we've shown that when we did get our opportunities, we took them on the day, and thankfully that got us the result.
Of course, I mean, it was massive. I mean, our whole team played a great part in it, especially first goal. We knew that counter-attacks would probably be our luck of getting a goal or two or so, however much we can get. I think we played it out nice to Liam, so put a ball in. Obviously, I've been lucky enough to get a good finish. Second goal, counter-attack again. Sam is playing centre mid, bust his ass to get forward. Oh, sorry.
I'm glad you said sorry.
He's ran hard to get through, to get ahead. I've seen him, I've played it in, and he's put the cherry on the top. So,
lads, I'm going to apologise because we've probably kept you from the best moment of the day, celebrating with your fans. How good have they been?
Listen, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
They'll be there all night.
They'll be boys, definitely.
But yeah, to fill up the capacity, to follow us all the way to Ipswich, even at home, they're the 12th man for us.
Yeah.
That helped us through, especially in the later stages, just hearing them. And yeah, it's brilliant.
Well, the big man's here, so do you want to go and celebrate with them?
Yeah.
Of course, we'll swap in for you. Here, give Glenn the mic.
There we go.
Sam, huge congratulations.
Thank you.
George, this is for you. This is your moment. What emotions are you feeling right now? A huge congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is what it means to our community. It's all about us being together in moments like this, on days like this. The occasion was for our players to go out and totally enjoy competing against a fantastic championship side. The way we went at it, yes, we had to be lucky in the first half, like I said, but then we had to be resilient. By being resilient, when we get the break, we knew they played so high. So one of our reviews was, can we catch them on a break? If we got the right ball, the right passes to penetrate them, then we got runners in behind. And then it's all about having that moment that Lemar showed in that composure. And then Sam Con, where they ran through as well, and a third man run. And, you know, I doff my hat out to our community. This is for our community, Maidstone. Again, the magic of the FA Cup. We have to believe. And just look at that. That is amazing.
George, how proud are you of all your players? Your goalkeeper had an immense game today as well.
Well, we know when, I left, to be honest, going back to Lucas. Lucas was one of my last signings. I signed Lucas 48 hours before the league started. And it's important that when it's games like this, he's a goalkeeper for big games, He commands the box, he leads by example. And he just wants to keep us. He's kept us in so many games this season, and that's exceptional. He's an experienced goalkeeper and lead by example. So amazing performance from him, but exceptional performances from the entire group of players.
Listen, I think this team totally embodies everything about you. You know, the passion, the desire, and you're so humble. How do you feel now? How, the emotion running through your body now?
Yeah, there was a few tears. We've come to Ipswich Town with a great history behind Ipswich. Like I said, Kieran is doing a fantastic job here. They're flying high in the championship. For our group of players to be clapped up and applauded by these fantastic fans is just amazing. Like I said earlier on, we had admirers here. And, it's all about our group of players, our community. Again, history has been made here. Back in my country again, Cameroon, Kumba, all those who are behind. St. Joseph's College, Sase. This is an inspirational moment for us all, for Cameroon, for Africa, for every young man that has gone through what I've been through in life. Always believe there is hope. Always believe there is faith. Believe in yourself. Always stay humble and respectful. And if you got that, you can create a group like I've done. You can create a club like our football club. But everly proud and happy for our owners as well.
George, you've beat a League 2 team, a League 1 team. Now you've got a championship team. I'm sure you want a Premier League team in the next round, but your boys were dead on their feet at the end. They're all going down with cramp. But what I want to know is, how's your left shoulder? Because all I seen you do second half is wave them out, get up, get up.
My left shoulder is aching at the moment, to be honest. All due respect to our boys, they've ran themselves down to the ground. Even when they had that little bit of energy, they've given it their all, and that's what we said. Leave nothing in the changing room. go dead flat on it, absolutely ran themselves to the ground, and I'm immensely proud of each and every one of them. You know, by them seeing the gestures and trying to get them up, they just ran that one more step. They took that one more step for the team, for our community. Like I said, this binds us for life. What our boys are achieving now, it's never been done for 127 years. So it's history again. And the magic of the FA Cup is very much alive.
George, I'll tell you what is magic as well. Your celebrations and the emotions, because let us just show you this. You can see what it means to you. And pulling everyone with you, your team, like Aaron said, they all embody you.
Yeah, it's about, when I came into the job, I set out to empower everyone around me. My staff, you know, my staff is me. You know, without them, I'm not doing what I can't do what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. So I've empowered each and every one of my staff. We are very, very much diverse in our opinions, not by color, in our opinions. And I listen. I'm a young manager. I'm still learning. I got a fantastic assistant in Craig Fagan and, you know, Zach Foster-Crouch. We put in a group of players that we fought. After last season, they've been about 38 to 40 outgoings and incomings. And we just wanted to help good people, good players. We treat them as people first, and my staff embodies that for me, and they drive the standard through. And the boys just take it in every single day. When we work, we want them to come in and work, not as jobs, as a hobby, and enjoy themselves. That's what the environment has been built off.
Okay, George, well, a huge congratulations. Thank you
so
for
much.
joining us in the hat for the next round.
In the hat for the next round.
Go and enjoy it with the rest of your team.
Much.
Thank you so much, George.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, George. I think George just leaves everyone smiling all the time. That's what he has for people.
He just got a standing ovation from this Portman Road crowd because he was so amazing. Fair play to him.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us today. Full of emotion. We can't believe what we have just seen. And just a reminder of what is coming up, because you can see highlights of all the FA Cup fourth round ties so far tonight on BBC One. Join Jason Mohammed at 10:30 for that one. Gary, Alan and Micah will be at Newport against Manchester United tomorrow. Coverage will begin at 4 o'clock. And there's live Africa Cup of Nations tonight on BBC 3 at 10 to 8 as Nigeria take on Cameroon in the round of 16. Well, what a day it has been. Once again, thank you two for joining me. And what can we say? All I'm left to say is the Stones' FA Cup journey goes rolling on. We'll see you soon.
Well, around 4,500 Maidstone fans believe, and that's what this competition brings. Lucas beaten by it, Hutchinson. Lucas makes the save this time. Maidstone now twice saved by the post. Lamar Reynolds gives Maidstone United the lead. What a finish! Sarmiento, Ipswich Town level. Sam Corn is in on goal here. Incredible! Maidstone United have done it. It is the story of the FA Cup year.
Mark Chapman.